This is the admin board. It possesses the capability to spawn virtually any type of brain rot and initiate any events in quantities that are truly unlimited. And right now, at this very moment, the first thing coming up is a guaranteed admin brain rot, it appears, which will be spawning in 3, 2, 1. And it's Toon Toon Sahur, baby! Toon Toon Sahur is already present at my base! Rule number 1, after every rebirth, a board appears with the next event or brain rot. Well, of course, we're going to have rules. How could we not? Rule 2, you have 3 hours to finish all 16 rebirths, or your main account with all brain rots will be deleted. And honestly, there's very little to be pleased about here, because on my main account, I've got Meow, I've got Dragon Cannelloni, and my absolute favorite, Tralali Tatralala. There is no other option for me. I must complete it all within 3 hours. Alright everyone, things aren't looking good here at all, so it's absolutely crucial that I start taking action immediately and reach the next level as swiftly as possible. I have already completely filled my base with some really awesome brain rots, though they might not be quite awesome enough. Oh, just a moment, please, hold on. 1 second, just a moment, a second. I'm making good time, I'm making it, that's great. But they're still not cool enough to reach 1 million points. And actually, my situation is quite dire because I've been stuck on the initial level for an excessive amount of time. I really must advance to the next level with utmost speed. Just take a look at what's approaching over there. Shoot! Wait, but I can buy Chimpanzini Bananini. Yes, I totally can. I absolutely can. Nice! Man, it'd be super cool to buy you, little fella. Is that one still going? Oh, I'm already getting close to my precious 1 million. Oh, wait, I'm close. Even 1.2 million. Great. I think I have all the brain rots. I had Gangster Futero, and I sold him! Dang it! Why? That's not really important, as I'm getting Toon Toon Sahur from my second account. Farewell, Toon Toon Sahur. We will meet again in a bit, my friend. But Gangster Futero is all I need, and wouldn't you know it, he's already right here! Excellent! Now we can finally proceed with Rebirth. We've already reached the first level, but the next thing that's gonna spawn is that something forbidden? In 3, 2, 1, whoa! Oh my goodness! Rakanechian Deline Rainbow! Holy cow, this is unbelievable! Oh, wait, is there more than one of them? Wow! How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wow! I lack the funds for the final one, hold on! Oh no, everything's good, I have plenty! I bought all 5 Raku- shoot, why am I so happy? It's not a super duper OP brain rot! Hey, we need something stronger! But it's better than nothing, and actually that's a pretty good start! I've already accumulated 47,000 and I only have 3 million left to go! Ooh, the gifts just keep on coming. Hold on, Ballerina Cappuccino. I don't know who I did a good deed for, but still, thank you very much. Now we need 1 Boneka Abalabu and Beer Potapim. Bad news, I actually haven't seen Beer Potapim in a pretty long time. Good news, we have a Ballerina Cappuccino Rainbow. This is truly excellent news. It seems I couldn't have received a more perfect gift. Check this out, but alas, I don't possess that amount of money. Traco do del podu padu to stuz. What is this sound? Stuz? Beer Potapim. We've been waiting for you for so long. I believe this fellow was roaming around somewhere. I should definitely have 3 million by this point. Yes, perfect. And we can grab our little Ballerina Cappuccino from the second account. By the way, I hope it's even legal, me taking these cool brain rots from my second account, but I need them. I really need them, just so you know. Yeah, I hope it's legal. How else can I pass 16 levels in 3 hours? Alright everyone, let's initiate the rebirth process now. And the next thing we can anticipate appears to be the 3 roads event, which is about to start in 3, 2, 1. Wow! Awesome! And this particular event will be continuing for a duration of 2.5 hours. This is actually quite good news, considering that, as luck would have it, I only have 2.5 hours left. But before we get to that, hold on a second, could that possibly be my Ballerina Cappuccino? Oh, but what is it even doing here? Jeez, it's just not clear. Totally unclear. I snagged the Ballerina Cappuccino. Imagine that. Shh, don't tell a soul. Oh, look. Laroo. But we simply don't have sufficient funds for it. Oh, man, little ballerina. Could you possibly earn money a bit more swiftly? That would be awesome. There are 3 Frico Camelos walking over there. Wait a minute. How exactly is that even possible for real? Are they both proceeding at the very same time? To be honest, I don't really understand what's happening, but okay. Maybe it's just a gift for me. Thank you so much, thank you. At last, things are finally starting to turn in my favor a little. Oh, by the way, bad news. Each Frico Camelo earns less than my Rainbow Ballerina Cappuccino. Yeah, there's not much good to say about it. Listen, here's what's happening. I've been told my audience isn't up to the task of a challenge. Well, let's prove them wrong then. I've already arranged a deal with the Arizona Online Administration. It's a massive open-world game where players can gather impressive car fleets, craft potent magic sets, acquire various Brainrots, including the legendary Tuntun Sahur, and appoint him as their personal guardian. There's also a central market, a vibrant hub where thousands of players daily trade their older Brainrots for new, more profitable ones. So, our current challenge is to enter Arizona online, specifically on the Glendale server, and successfully populate a full family or guild. If we manage this, we'll officially be the most active community. Head over to the link provided in the description, download the launcher, launch the game, then proceed to choose the Glendale server and input your nickname. By the way, I play on that server. After you log in, just walk away from the spawn, find an admin in a Tumtum Sahur skin, and type in the chat, "I want to join the family guild." An invitation will appear, simply press the X button and you'll be inside. Now let's demonstrate our strength. Go to the link in the description, download Arizona Online, or simply scan the QR code right here. Then connect to the Glendale server and join our family. Let's completely fill it and definitively prove that we are indeed the most active community around. Troll Merles, we're buying Trollachinas for the rebirth, and we also need a Chimpanzini Bananini. I can buy lucky blocks for 2.5. Nevertheless, a 10-minute wait is required, and I'm quite unsure if I'll acquire anything interesting or valuable from them. Especially since I have very little time left. Oh, I can actually buy a Laroo. I should definitely have enough money now. Yes! Well, we meet again, little one. I decided to start gathering Brainrots immediately for the next rebirth, just to ensure everything progresses much quicker. Otherwise, we genuinely won't be able to make it in time. So without delay, I acquired a Chef Carbocadaber and a Global Frutum Drilla, and I ought to have enough money for the rebirth now. Oh no, not quite yet, hold on. Alright, now I finally possess sufficient funds. Excellent. So I'll promptly move these Brainrots to my secondary account. My base is prepared for rebirth, and we're progressing to the next level. Now I need 35 million and 2 Brainrots, which I've already managed to buy. And actually, finding the chimpanzee wasn't even harder than finding these Brainrots. I have successfully transferred all my Brainrots. Let's make our way to the board swiftly. Our next objective is to secure 3 Administrator Brainrots. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait a minute. I actually don't have any money at all right now. What's the point of 3 admin lucky blocks if I just don't have the money for them? This has to be some kind of prank. Oh, just hold on a moment. Wait up, everyone. Seriously, hold your horses. Nice! So if you're wondering, you didn't see anything. What exactly are these 3 admin lucky blocks I'm seeing right now? Oh my goodness, I'm going to swipe them right now. Where are they? Where is there nobody around? Okay, I'm stealing them. There is one problem though. These lucky blocks won't help me much if nothing good drops. There are 2 gold lucky blocks and an admin. I think it helped. Yeah, a combinacionka. I don't remember if I've ever gotten one from here before or not. From the very first lucky block. How? This is mega luck. I really don't know. Huh? Wow. This must truly be my luckiest day ever. This is insane. Just look at what's dropping from this. Come on. Another combinacionka. Huh? Well, there it is. Not the best drop, then an average drop, and then the worst one. How on earth does that even work? 2 billion already. That's actually 3 billion. Nice. Simply nice. And I actually have all the Brainrots. All right. Perfect. We can do a rebirth. 3, 2, 1. Excellent! So the very next thing we're going to receive is server luck, and on top of that, an extra 2 rebirth levels. Counting down from 3, 2, 1. I'm already at the 6th level now. UKS 4, excellent. What I need next before I rebirth is to get the Bambi geese. Just look, I've already acquired the Acura, yet we still haven't managed to get our hands on the elusive Bambi geese. And that's our biggest challenge because we've already acquired sufficient funds, even a bit more than what's needed. But there are no Bambi geese. This could be very problematic. By the way, I also bought a Mystic Lucky Block, but there's nothing else to do anyway. Let's at least open the Mystic Lucky Block. Seriously, just take a look at this, another Acura, but still not a single Bambi goose in sight. This is genuinely becoming quite disheartening. Can you believe I might fail simply because I couldn't acquire the Bambini geese? Even though I already possess 2 items for the subsequent rebirths? I can't believe what I'm seeing! Hold on a second, isn't that a Mrs. Bambi goose? Wow, I finally got it. Honestly, I was starting to lose hope. It's already dark actually, and the server luck just ended by the way. Wow, this is truly amazing. We can finally perform the rebirth. 3 at once, actually! I have transferred all the required Brainrots to a different account, so we are now able to initiate the rebirth! And here we have, ta-da, level 7! Ugh, I still have 11 whole levels ahead of me. I swiftly moved the items around and then we're off to the ADM-IN board. And the very next thing we're receiving is a guaranteed radioactive event, which is set to commence in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! We've got 3 paths ahead, and a guaranteed radioactive event is about to kick off. Excellent! Okay, we need that Acura, and a couple million. Essentially, we can pretty much do it right now without any hassle, making it quite simple. Exactly 7 billion. Nice! I wanted to move the Brainrot here. Believe it or not, I took my own Brainrot and moved it to another account. And I'm wondering why it isn't placing. Let's immediately hit rebirth. By the way, check out just how many active Brainrots are here. Wow, they look so cool. I think this might be the coolest mutation in the whole series. The next thing on our list is a guaranteed secret Brainrot, which is pretty awesome. And just look, we have 67 with the mutation right here. Ah, no money at all. Hold on a second. It's a good thing I usually carry grands with me so he can earn some money. And just imagine if I hadn't done it, if I hadn't put Legrand, I wouldn't have had the money to purchase it. Gosh, I'm just constantly relying on my intuition to do this stuff. Well, let's just go ahead and do the next rebirth, because we also have the Cocofant or Fanta. We've already attained the next level. Now we simply need to acquire the giraffe from Celeste, and then just a moment, another 250 billion is required. Alright, that shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, the giraffe from Celeste. Hold on just a moment. Hey, I'm out of money. I have no money. What? Shoo! I managed it. I made it. I managed it. Man, that timing was absolutely perfect. Can you just imagine if I had been zoning out and hadn't noticed at all? I was just holding the Brainrot. Man, that would have been upsetting. Wait, 3, what? Turbo 3000. I was just about to approach the board and take a look at what was happening there. But there's a Brainrot here. Wait, is it only needed for level 13? Man, we're still quite a long way from reaching level 13. Oh, actually, no, it's not that far away. So the next guaranteed thing we'll receive is the maximum number of buffs. What? A potential Brainrot with max buffs. All right, to be perfectly honest, I'm not really seeing anything at the moment. Hold on a moment, the radioactive event has already concluded, yet the Brainrot, complete with all its traits and buffs, has not yet made an appearance. This feels like some sort of scam, honestly. Hey, hold on a minute, I don't recall there being so many buffs. In fact, I think there weren't any buffs at all. Dude, was that all you're doing, man? Just look, we've got 67 of them now. I've never seen so many buffs on a single Brainrot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm too lazy to count. Honestly, I don't know if these are all the buffs, but there's a giant number of them here. Darn, it feels like we're just short a couple. But seriously, wow, is that even truly possible? He's already earned 1 trillion. Bro, when did you manage that? Brother, I am completely astonished. Wow. Regardless, we already possess the giraffe from Celeste, so let's aim for the next level. The toughest part now is finding a Tralala from Tralal. To be clear, I haven't come across even one Tralala today, not a single one. This could genuinely become a significant issue. Guys, I suspect there's either a bug on my end or the servers are experiencing lag, as I'm unable to steal the Brainrot. It just refuses to stay at my base. What exactly is going on here? Hold on. No, this has to be some kind of prank for real. Alright, and while that's ongoing, the next advantage we gain here is an additional 3 rebirths. Nice! Well, that's finally some really good news! We've already reached the 13th level. Hopefully, perhaps now, at the very least, mine will finally be gathered. Oh, by the way, imagine if my 67th wasn't collected precisely because I was supposed to get. Oh, did it actually get collected now? This is some kind of mystical weird thing. What's going on? We really need to secure a Trichodropium, so I propose we once again settle down and patiently wait for it to appear. Oh, hold on, we actually missed the level with Trinistruza Turbo 3000. That was indeed the 12th, and the next is Tripadropium, so we no longer need the Trinistruza Turbo 3000. Man, that's a bummer. By the way, the Brainrot I needed showed up, and it turned out to be useless. I've already acquired 99 trillion. There's only 1 trillion left to collect, but I'm severely running out of time. Honestly, it took a really long time to collect this 100 trillion. I finally earned it. Okay, I'm doing the rebirth now, and then I'm running as quickly as possible to the board. Alright, so the very next thing we're about to receive are these guaranteed maximum level events, and it's going to happen in just 3, 2, 1! What in the world is this? Seriously, just take a look. We've got an absolute madhouse going on here, and I've accumulated such an incredibly insane quantity. What? What is going on here? Hold on, what in the world is happening? I've never witnessed this before. I might have seen it just once, purely by chance. What even is this? Where? Where's my base? Here's my base. I can't seem to pass through the center here. Gosh, where have my Brainrots gone? Alright then, let's take the 67th one and transport him to the base to begin with. If I can even reach that point. What's this? Wow, it seems all the events just kicked off along with the crab raid. Can I knock on doors? Oh, wow, look how many trades there are. Look, just take a look at the sheer number of trades that are emerging right now. Whoa, 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 what is going on here? How am I supposed to find Brainrots now? I just don't get it at all. These are Meowlies, everyone. Meowlies are soaring everywhere. Look, there's just a huge number of Meowlies flying around. Ugh, I might not have enough money. Wait, is that a Meowly too? That's a Meowly too. Wait, so how many are there? I can't see anything. Everything is lagging so bad. That's also a Meowly. That's a Meowly too. I've run out of money and there are no more Meowlies left now. This is totally insane. All right, that was actually pretty good, you guys. Listen up. An excellent event, I can tell you that. I think I bought a couple of Meowlies. They all have mutations. They are simply covered in them. In my opinion, this was truly the most incredible and wildest sight I have ever witnessed. Okay, I think overall this was an excellent purchase, don't you think? This is genuinely the most outlandish thing I've ever seen. My game is lagging terribly, experiencing freezes each and every second. I don't know how you're watching this, but this is just insane. What started again? What? Something is starting and ending just non-stop. There are just constant events starting here, although I think we've already seen this. Job, Sahura, I don't know why we need you, but let's buy it. Get close! Stop! It's also radioactive! Amazing! For some reason, the events here don't end. One just ends, and another begins. Oh! Whoa! How did I find you here? I don't know what I'm seeing. Nothing's visible, just so you know. Look at that! Whoa! A handsome one in hats! Guys, I think I bought a paramatamat. I'm not sure how this occurred, but I've ended up with two Job Sahuras right here. What's up with that? I somehow bought a paramatamat. It was so dark I didn't even notice. I'm saving up money and doing a rebirth. This is just some kind of madness. I hope after this, I already have 500 trillion. I hope this craziness with the events finally ends. The event seems to be ending, and look what spawned. A lot Stralalitos. A secret Brainrot. Oh, well, okay, of course, that didn't surprise me as much as a bunch of Meowlies, but it was still... What is that? Unexpected! Our next rebirth is already ready, and the next thing we get is a guaranteed lost Brainrot. Hold on a second. Is this seriously some kind of joke or what? Why do we need a lost Nubinis? We already have. Well, we're almost completely done, of course, but why do we need a lost Nubenis? In my opinion, someone's just playing a prank on me, and we're about to undertake the final rebirth. Thanks to Nubenepisoni, with an additional 86 million, we should now accurately possess a complete quadrillion. I calculated everything perfectly. Now all that's left is our very last rebirth. Just take a look at these absolutely stunning Meowlies. Holy cow, this is simply out of this world insane. I've relocated all the Meowlies. Now let's head over to the board. And the very last item I'll acquire today is a +1 reperk. Excellent! This marks the 18th cash multiplier. There's nothing else after this. Just wait quickly and a new potion becomes available for... It just dawned on me that all my Meowlies, which I had transferred here, have vanished completely. Although it was probably planned that way, but I think one of them is still left. Okay, not too bad then. Definitely check out that video where I started from scratch, but with new fishing rods. I even managed to snag an original Brainrot. However, in this particular video, I ventured into the most ancient rendition of Steal the Brainrots. And to be completely honest with you, I was quite taken aback by what I encountered. Goodbye everyone, catch you later.